ever made a sewing pattern and it just looked horrible afterwards? Just keep watching then. Before I cut into my fabric, I use a basic fabric to cut out a mock-up first. Start with using your pattern and cut out all the pieces from your pattern as the instructions say. And once your fabric is all cut out, sew any darts that are there, any seams that are there, and press them as the instructions tell you. Next, I throw my mock-up on the mannequin inside out and overlap where the zipper or my buttons are supposed to go and pin that shut. I'm gonna say right here, I like to use my adjustable mannequins. I adjust them to my size, and that is what I am doing here in this video. So if you want to buy this mannequin, I have the link below of the mannequin that I use if you want to purchase it.
Okay guys, so look at this. I mean, if I were to just leave it this way, we would have all kinds of puffiness and bagginess here.
And I am really big on making my dresses at the natural waist. So I'm going to insert here, there's a reason why I'm making a big deal about this natural waist. This is where the natural waist is on the mannequin. Now, usually where you measure is from here to the bottom part of your rib. You want to measure this measurement, and this is where the waist of your dress should be. And a lot of patterns are made to fit a woman that is 5'11", 5'9", and the waist is gonna sit all the way down here, and that destroys the quality of a dress. And I'll tell you, I have seen this in many wedding dresses and bridesmaid dresses. This is key to making your dress look like it fits right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm either gonna grab it from here, most likely grab it from here, pull it up at the shoulders because the shoulders look like there's too much bagginess. So if I pull this up, take this in the shoulders, it'll fit nicely. And that brings it up because here's my natural waist right here, and there's a 5/8 extra so that I can sew the skirt on.
So here I'm pinning up all that excess fabric so I can sew the seam there.
One other thing I'm noticing is the side seams are too wide as well. So I'm gonna pin these up, and that'll take it in, and that'll make the darts in the back look a little bit better too, but I might have to dart this up a little bit more.
And pin that up so I can sew that as well.
Can y'all say there's a huge difference here? Because there is a huge difference here. I pulled this up a little bit more and that fixed the dart issue in the back. See how that is? It's all smooth. It's so perfect. It's like awesome. I'm gonna take this out in the back, and I'm gonna leave all my pins in the side seams, and I'll show you next. Now I have my pins here. Mark the line of where these pins are. So I'm basically just gonna draw where the seam needs to be. And mark it at the shoulder seam as well, because all we did was shoulder seams and side seams. That's actually pretty good. I have to say this pattern is actually pretty decent. But I'm gonna take my measuring tape, and I'm gonna measure 5/8 from the edge of those pins, and I'm just gonna cut right at 5/8. So technically the fitting is officially done after this step. And so after I finished all of my fitting to make sure it fit right, I took apart the whole mock-up and I used that as my pattern piece. And then I cut out my actual fabric that I plan on using for the dress. And you can see here, this is the pattern that I used, the fabric pattern. And I used an Indian block print to make a 50s dress. And if you want to see how I made this 50s dress, I have another video on how I made the complete dress with all the alterations that I made to this pattern. You'll see the link to the 50s dress on this screen. And if you're wondering where that bird noise is coming from, I do in fact have a bird. Her name is Mango. And she does end up firing off when I start talking, so bear with me here. See y'all next time.